What's up? Back here with another midnight fatality because it's midnight somewhere, even though it's not midnight where I am anymore. But chilling here with Jens. How you doing, Jens?
Yeah, right, yeah. So that's about yeah. Cook them on and that, man. We'll have a little chit chat and that. Like, chill out, sort of thing.
And just before we had a little pre-stream conversation about some lockdowns. So TWTG, how you doing, man? Oh, he says he's gonna come on in a minute. Uh,
Yeah.
LDG Pixels, what's going on, man? How's everyone doing? But so this lockdown talk.
Yeah. I was saying like the pubs can be open if they're selling food, but I think there might be one or two nightclubs that sell food. But I think the time it's 11 o'clock. Everything shuts, so there's going to be some pubs open and that, but not as many. And I do like busking, and my busking usually I do it sort of the 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock time where everyone's sort of going from the pubs to the nightclubs, and yeah, I'm going to start doing in the mornings and that, but it's been raining for the last few
Okay,
days,
so over
man.
there, do they have the curbside
So,
dining setup?
uh, yeah, well, but I think mainly the masks and that, the don't go too crazy on that sort of forcing and that. Well, not in Hull, because in Hull, it's one of them cities where you don't tell people to wear a mask if they're not wearing one, because you you'll get rather a mouthful or a fistful back at you.
Well, over here, people don't really, at least where I am, no one
Yeah,
gets flippity about masks. No one wants to get into fist fights, about masks. You're not gonna punch someone in the face over not wearing a mask around here.
no. And if you do, then you can either claim someone or just pan them back,
Oh,
just a self defense.
hello, Sentinel, and here's my old friend from here. My old friend that I've known since the friggin' 90s. Disconnected, Ted.
Yeah,
What's up? And hello, Parrothead.
yeah,
How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing good. Uh, what's your curfews there? 11? 11
yeah.
p.m.
I think for pubs and that,
What
because
about people? Just people being outside?
no, well, I don't, no, because that's sort of like where the day tell people to say give them a time, they know that that ain't going to go down well with the sort of people, you know.
Uh,
It's
I see. We have the curbside dining. Like they literally
yeah,
take the tables and put little partitions on the
yeah,
curb. And
yeah,
there was something in the city in Manhattan where someone ended up blasting their car into that curbside dining. Is that really is the threat of the virus really more safe than you know having a car plow into you while you're eating your fucking chicken?
yeah. Well, it's a form of control, because
Yeah.
the the flu kills more people. It's just to see who's so docile and manageable that they will follow along with stupid rules that don't even make sense, because it's like the masks only stop you if you've got it from spreading. So if you haven't got it, you don't need to wear one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So, all right. Now we can walk into the banks with we could walk into banks wearing masks, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that used to be a bad thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, yeah, you can't go in with anything covering your face to a bank or post office.
There was a rule a few years ago. I
Yeah.
don't remember all the states, but there was a rule a few years ago where if you walk into a bank wearing a hood up and sunglasses, they wouldn't let you in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn right, innit? It's the thingy look. Oh, the thingy bomber. Is it? Oh, yeah, I forget. The Unibomber. That was
The
it. The Unibomber.
Unabomber, the
Yeah.
Unabomber, Ted
Yeah. If you
Kaczynski.
want.
Yeah, Ted
Right,
Kaczynski.
yeah. Well, like, yeah, if you walk in like that, yeah, as I say, the banks and post office, they won't let you go in with a helmet on, unless it's one of them where the visor like flips up, and you can see your full face, like RoboCop sort
No,
of thing.
there was a lot of people were getting robbed by the same description of people with their hood up and sunglasses on.
Yeah. Well, it does. It can cover most of your face if you angle your face right and that, innit? So yeah, and it's one of them disguises where it's not all obvious, because it's like, well, everyone wears sunglasses, and if you've got like a hood, well,
Well, you
it's
look
not
like you're
as
ready to rob something. I mean, it
well,
does if you have your hood up and you have sunglasses on. You know,
yeah.
you definitely look like you're ready to rob something, someone.
Yeah. Well, when you go into shops, if you've got your hood on, but you're not got no sunglasses, but because you've got a hood on, you're covering your ears, and so you tell you to
All right,
take it
well,
off.
all right. I'm also not gonna lie. I really like wearing hoodies. I'm not a bank robber or anything,
No,
but
no.
I really like wearing hoodies.
Well, I like wore a hoodie when I was about 3, because you know them little rain mats and what you have to wear. So I've always been wearing hoodies.
No, I'm talking
I
about
like,
just like a hooded sweatshirt. You know, just pull your hood up and
yeah, but
baseball.
anything.
I'm more of a baseball cap and hooded sweatshirt guy than anything.
Yeah. Well, I have like a beanie hat sort of thing, because it's cold, so like, but yeah, I've been wearing hoods probably, as I say, since, well, no, in fact, it was probably when I was getting christened, because you have that little rope thing, don't you, when you're getting christened, and it has sometimes a little hood on it.
Like a little cult member.
Well, no, because it's
And I
usually
know
in.
I used to be Catholic, so I know they used to they used to go
Yeah.
into the cult shit.
Yeah. Well, so yeah. I say, Robin Hood wore Hood, and so if it's good enough for Robin, I'm well for him. That's
Well,
it.
a lot of people wear hoods.
Yeah. Well, they're all good, because you can like cover your full neck practically, and half your face, and yeah, and from the wind or rain, that's great.
I always like to wear a hat anyway.
Yeah.
Every time I'm out and about,
Mm.
if I could wear a hat, I'm fine.
Yeah. Like, don't mind. I've got like a Panama hat. It's a bit like a cowboy hat, but it's made out of straw, and it is more of a the thing is less big, the rim.
Yeah, I know what you're
But
talking. Yeah, I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah. I have one of them in the summer. I need to get a new one because it's getting a bit like worn and that. But yeah, it looks a bit ragged now. But yeah, I'll have one of them for the summer because it like keeps the heat off your head, but it still lets the air in. And then like wintertime, I wear a beanie, like just a woolly hat.
That's what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing like the winter hats. Yes, we call them
Yeah,
scullies. We call them scullies
yeah, right, yeah, man,
around
yeah.
here. Yeah, winter hat is awesome. Scullies.
Yeah. Well, because I've got a big bald spot on that on my head and that. I usually will either shave my hair off or it's real short. And so yeah, in the wintertime, my head's freezing, so sometimes I have to bang the hat on.
Oh, see, I'm getting the bald sideways at the front part of my hair,
Yeah. The
like
temples.
Bill Murray ish.
Yeah, the temple receding line. Yeah,
You ever
like
seen you ever seen Kingpin? Woody Harrelson and Bill Murray.
yeah.
Yeah, the way Bill Murray's hair looked at the end of that movie.
Mm. Yeah. Man can go like that. Apart from he's got a little bit more, I think, on top, but still, though, I could grow. But yeah. Well, it happens to all of us, I reckon. Well, although no, I don't, because like there is some people who, if you cut your hair and that, take good care of it and give it sort of like no rough treatment or like like wrestling or whatever, where your hair's getting like fingered hairline and that. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
man.
Well, if my hair starts to go the Hulk Hogan route, then I'm just gonna shave my entire head. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't want my hair to look like a fucking towel hanging on a clothesline in the backyard or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah. But when he was wearing the bandana, though,
Well,
it,
that's
it was,
why he wear. That's what exactly why he
yeah,
wore the
yeah,
bandana.
yeah. Well, like, yeah, his problem was he got in the ring and he had to
Oh yeah,
take
he
it off.
couldn't always wear the bandana in the ring.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But yeah, that because like I remember seeing like WrestleMania 2 or something, and like this was real young because like I've told this story before, but it was one of them where someone had got like a tape like of WrestleMania 2 and a videotape, and it was like, oh right, yeah, bang it on and that. Yeah, so Hulk Hogan, like King Kong Bundy and that, where he had his
Or the
ribs.
steel cage
Yeah,
match.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The steel cage where he had his ribs and that, and like
Yeah, taped up. Yeah.
yeah, and like yeah, and I was thinking, oh yeah, he looks a bit bald, but because he did the leg drop and the music came on and that, man, I was like, yeah, go on,
Well,
because
it wasn't even that, it wasn't even how. I think it was more. They didn't care about his hair. It's like, hey, he's a tall guy with muscles, and he has fucking
yeah,
skin that looks like bacon, and he waves the
yeah.
American
Well,
flag.
well, he was a good wrestler though, wasn't he? And he had the like oh the mic skills,
Oh yeah, his mic skills were
yeah, and yeah,
That's a lot of
he,
people. A lot of people
yeah.
they depend on their mic skills.
Yeah. Well, like I had a mate and that he was a wrestler, and his wrestling was real good. he'd do like somersaults off like the top rope and all that. But yeah, he's
now
some quite
everybody
professional. Yeah.
now everybody does that. It was good when there were
Yeah,
certain people who did that, but now when everyone does it,
yeah. Oh yeah, but like it's still thingy though. When you see it, it's still like a feat because it's one of the things where sometimes you're gonna have to land on the like mat and then
oh yeah,
probably and
well
so
you're landing on the mat anyway.
yeah, but sometimes you're gonna have to like land on it a bit out of your way. It is gonna hurt a little bit,
I,
even
I
though they're so padded. It's just the like ferocity of the like impact.
well, I'm saying like you're gonna land, you're going off the top rope and you're gonna land on the mat anyway. Like even if you land on the guy, like your leg is still gonna be landing on the mat. So
Yeah, but it still take.
there's a chance of your knee popping.
Yeah.
I
Well, like,
remember I remember the. Do you remember Eddie Guerrero?
oh yeah.
All right. Do you remember there was one night where there was four guys who jumped from WCW to WWF like within one night, and
Yeah.
one of them was Eddie Guerrero.
Right, yeah.
And Eddie Guerrero did his frog splash, and he destroyed his elbow. In the first night he was there, he absolutely destroyed his elbow, and he was out for a couple months, and he had to just support the rest of the WCW guys who went there. And he's wearing this crazy ass elbow pad, and then he was finally able to come back. It's like you could fuck yourself up anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, what's his name? He wears that KO t-shirt.
Oh, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, Kevin Owens. I saw him do like a frog splash sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
And his thing had landed on his wrist like wrongly and like
fucked up his wrist.
Well, no, he didn't snap it, but he probably like knocked some kind of like bone or something that like he'd had to like fucking give it a week or two, before he yeah, because I've did that before.
Let's say hello to Death by Saber. What's good, Death by Saber?
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, hey on, yeah.
Link in chat if you want to come through.
Yeah.
I'll put it again.
I fucked up my wrist, and you know soccer, don't you? Football, like the English, the like.
You fucked up your wrist playing football.
Well, yeah, soccer, because like I was in goal, and the ball got blasted, sort of like at me, right? And I went to punch it in that, and I punched it, but because it was a ball and that, I wasn't expecting it to give as much resistance. But when someone kicks it hard and that, it didn't shatter my wrist, but like it sort of pushed it sort of back a little bit. That like it took me like 2 or 3 days before like it fell back into place.
Sports. All right. You're always gonna fuck yourself up playing sports.
Yeah,
always. You know how many times I got fucked up playing sports? You know how many times I was playing basketball and just like trying to land, I would come down on the side of my ankle.
Oh, yeah, twisted. Yeah, ooh.
Not even twisted. It's just like it was never really like seriously hurt. The only time I ever really seriously hurt myself trying to do anything athletic was trying to skateboard, and I fucked up my Achilles, and the Achilles is a really bad thing to try and recover from.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If that goes, you can't walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take skateboards. I've got one and that, but I could never do anything with it apart from like roll down hills on it or like push it with my leg and have my knee on it. You know, like if it was some kind of oh a scooter. But yeah, I I didn't even try anything crazy with a skateboard. It was crazy just keeping on it
Yeah, it
and making
wasn't
it
even
roll.
trying anything crazy with the
Yeah.
skateboard. It was just
Oh
trying
yeah.
to roll down the street on a skateboard. That's all it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't trying to do any crazy jumps or go downstairs or anything. I was just trying to go down
No.
the street.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And the funny
Oh.
thing was, this was a cursed skateboard. It was a skateboard that someone got through a Mountain Dew promotion, right? And
Yeah.
everyone that borrowed this skateboard from someone, even to just try for a little bit, fucked themselves up on it.
Yeah.
So I was just a notch on that
Yeah.
skateboard.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like probably it was one of them where Tony Hawk's he could have probably rid it a bit, but yeah, anyone else that like
Wait, wait. All my injuries are work or drug related. I can't say
yeah,
all my injuries are work or drug
no,
related.
most of them.
Uh, I had a time I hurt myself playing video games, and this was before the Wii.
Oh yeah,
I know a lot of people had Wii injuries.
yeah. The shoulder because every sort of well, not every moment with the game on it, but most of practically 90% of the movement, you was having to use your shoulder all the time. And so, like, you could do somewhere where you didn't have to use your shoulder, but to get the feel of the game, you was moving your shoulder like fucking like
Yeah,
yeah,
like you're a tennis player.
yeah. They got like we shoulder instead of tennis elbow.
Yeah, I got you,
Thing
DBS. Sorry, I was
thing was
stuck in the DBS right
yeah, thing it was funny. You seen them ones where the dude's playing a game or whatever, and is like lass
I've
or
seen where
wife.
I've seen where people's controllers go flying out of their hand through their television screen.
Oh yeah. Because there was warning people, weren't they? Like where the strap? Because I had one. You know when it came on, they like would be like, where the strap? Make sure you got the strap on. And so like
Yeah,
cover
yeah, they
themselves
had
on that.
the nunchuck strap.
Yeah. Well, it was good, especially if like you got disappointed with a shot and you let go of the like nunchuck or whatever. It'd be still, I don't know. But yeah, no, the injury I was talking about was where the dudes they're like playing on it and like their sort of like other half girlfriend comes up behind them and that and goes to give him a hug and as they're doing that
Hey.
they're swinging a baseball bat back and it's or a golf club, it smacks them right in the face. Once you nearly got knocked out.
All right. Well, see, the injury I had, all right, it had nothing to do with Nintendo Wii because this was Sega Genesis days.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It came to the time. It came to the time of Christmas presents where my parents. See, I was in high school, but my parents still wanted to get me Christmas presents. But instead of them asking me what I wanted, it got to the point where it's like the two of them just got together, handed me a collective amount of money, and said, "Go get whatever the fuck you want." And I didn't mind that.
Yeah.
So I go to the toy. There was a toy store a few blocks down from me that had video games. So I went there, and I saw they had a couple of Sega Genesis games all on sale for $20. I'm like, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. I have a Sega Genesis. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna spend this money on Sega Genesis games. So I think I bought like 3 games that were there, $20 each. And one of them was this football game, American football. It was called Super High Impact. So I bought these games, brought them back to my house. I was like, all right, maybe I'll play these tomorrow. So I go to my friend's house. I get stoned. We're smoking blunts all night. I come back to my house. And my parents are asleep. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I have the television to myself. So I just stayed up all night playing this one game, Super High Impact. And I had this crazy thing to get the kicks off perfectly in the game. You had to do this crazy... You remember the Sega Genesis controller, right?
Yeah.
You had to do this crazy 3-finger, like... Almost like you're stenographer in a courtroom.
Yeah.
To get the kicks off. So I was playing this game. Holy shit. I was playing this game for like 3 or 4 hours because my parents were not coming out into the living room. They were asleep. I was all quiet, all asleep. So I'm out there playing this game all night. The next day I woke up when I was done playing. I couldn't even close my hand.
Cramps. Got cramp, yeah.
My hand was frozen from the rest of the day. I had a Sega Genesis injury.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there was quite big pads then, weren't they? I know the shouldn't have been because there was Japan sort of machines, but yeah, I remember the pads being quite big on them. Because it had a memory card. You could stick a memory card in the like middle of it. It had like a little screen, like a little black and whites.
And which one?
Oh no, I'm thinking of the Dreamcast.
Oh, the Dreamcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. No, yeah, the Genesis. Yeah. It's like we call. I think it was called the.
The Mega Drive. Yeah, over in the UK, it was called the Mega Drive.
Yeah.
I know that because that's what it says on my Raspberry Pi that I have. It says the Mega Drive.
Yeah. It was called like the Mega Drive because Mega was like the big word in the 90s. It was like, Mega. Everything was Mega. Like Mega Man and all that shit. They were like 80s, 90s.
Oh, the games. Mega Man games are great though. I see. I'm huge into the old school games. So.
Oh yeah. Like played like loads. I won't say I played them all because there's so fucking many, but I've played quite a few of them.
Did you ever play Golden Axe? Death by Saber says Golden Axe. Golden Axe. Yeah, they made a couple of those.
Well, yeah, I was going to say I had like so I've got so many versions of Golden Axe sort of thing, but yeah, but class game though. I remember when that came out on arcade and that. It was like the little gnomes or whatever there was that steal.
There was. Yeah. They would steal your books from you.
Yeah. No, and you like health potions. Yeah, it was like one of the things. Like, oh yeah, it was like great because you have to like try and chop them and that, and they drop your stuff and that. It was like one of the things. Where it was like, yeah.
What's up, Nancy? How you doing, Nancy? You know Nancy, right?
Yeah, Nancy, yeah.
Nancy's cool as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, watching that blood, wasn't it? Blood.
Did you have the Turbo 16 over there in the UK?
Turbo 16. Oh, don't think so.
Trying to think of what it was called in the outside here, the United States.
No, I'll tell you,
I believe it was called the PC Engine.
Oh, PC Engine. That rings a bell. But yeah, I think it was one of them that like.
It was one of the first 16-bit systems.
Yeah. Yeah, because like the 16 bits, you had like your Master System and your NES.
No, the Master System was 8-bit.
Oh, right.
The Master System was the one that was made to compete with the NES.
Yeah, I thought. Oh, well, like, well, 16-bit. It must be the Master System 2. That, yeah, and oh, what?
Bonk's Adventure, Splatterhouse, games like that.
SNES.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
The Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I had the SNES because I bought it just for Street Fighter. Because
I think a lot of people bought the Super Nintendo just for Street Fighter.
no, but there was a Street Fighter version out on the the Genesis Master System. I mean, the Mega Drive, but it only had like 3 buttons.
That was actually one of the better, like, from arcade to system.
Oh yeah. Well, the SNES version had like your 6 buttons, so I got that. I busted in the TV though because Chung-Li beat me for about the 3rd or 4th time. And it's that fucking kick. You know, she jumps around, then just corners you, and then she starts doing all them kicks and that. And then if you're blocking it, but you're in the corner, you still like kicked off on that. That was like
this was always the better thing from Street Fighter games compared to Mortal Kombat games, was that you didn't have to press a button to block, was that you just had to hold back. In fact, all the Capcom fighting games, they were you just have to hold back on the controller. That's it. I prefer that.
Yeah.
I don't like having to press a button to hold to block. I never liked that.
I don't mind it because I usually just don't block. I just go all attack. But I prefer the
but sometimes that'll get you fucked up, especially in the Street Fighter games. If you go all offense in a Street Fighter game, you'll get fucking wrecked pretty damn quick.
Yeah. I was thinking more Mortal Kombat, where on Mortal Kombat, I just used to be Sub-Zero and just do the Sub-Zero freeze at them.
Everyone used to use Sub-Zero.
Yeah. Well, like like didn't really block much.
See, I was always that guy in the Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat games. I was always that guy that did not want to use the same characters that everyone else was using. If everyone's going to use Ken or Ryu, I'm going to fucking use someone different from Ken or Ryu. Because everyone I knew used to either use Ken or Ryu.
Yeah. Well, I used to use Ryu because I liked his sort of like moves and that, and
if you're using Ryu, you might as well use Ken because they're the same fucking guy.
No, because Ryu's got the better Hadouken.
So does Ken. Ken and Ryu are the same fucking guy, basically.
No.
They both throw the fireball, they both have the uppercut.
Yeah, but Ryu's fireball's better. But
I know that they said his fireball
is better. Just slightly better. But yeah, well, it was because the Street Fighter 1 game was sort of like Ken or Ryu sort of thing, and so yeah.
It was only Ken or Ryu in the very first one.
Yeah.
It was Ken or Ryu.
Yeah.
And but what about when they came out with Akuma later on? Come on, he was the ultimate cheese character. If you wanted to use Ken or Ryu, you just have Akuma.
Oh yeah. Have you seen the film with?
Oh, the Van Damme one.
No. It's because it's got that Kuma in it. It's
Oh
like
yeah, you're talking about the TV show that like ooh, what was it on? I think it was on Machinima.
yeah, right, yeah,
Where it's
yeah,
the training with Ken and Ryu.
yeah, and because that Kuma dude, at first he's just like a normal guy, in that, but then he like goes off in a cave. And to become as hard as he can, he starts like just treating himself like an animal, and he turns into Kuma, doesn't he?
My friend started showing me those first couple episodes, but we didn't finish that series. Yeah, now I'm remembering it. Holy shit!
Yeah, I
what
always
the
saw
hell was
like.
that called?
Well,
I think I
think it was called like Street Fighter, Ken and Ryu, wasn't it? Ken and Ryu Street, the story, but yeah, I only saw that one. I didn't even know there was any more because I thought it was a film. I thought, all right, because it was practically like a film. It was on for like about an hour and a half, wasn't it? And
oh well, the one my friend showed me, it was broken up into episodes.
Right, yeah, that was about an hour and a half, but it did sort of like have the end bit of like where Ken and Ryu was like on a plane going somewhere, I forget, but like yeah, it was sort of like where it ended, where you're like, oh right, well they must be doing a number 2, or if it's a series, like another season or whatever.
They did something with Mortal Kombat too.
Yeah, well, thinking though with Mortal Kombat, some of them films, like I didn't really watch.
Not movies. They did some sort of series, just like they did with that Street Fighter thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Some dude who like started like.
I think the guy who played Spawn. I think the guy who played Spawn was in it. I think he was Jax.
Yeah, J.R. Whiteley. Yeah.
Was he Jax in that?
Yeah.
I think he was.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't. But like the thing with the Mortal Kombat is like the game I found was like miles better than the film, if you know what I mean.
No, there was a lot of things that were miles better than the film.
Yeah, so like I never really got much into like the films. Oh right, because I only watched Street Fighter, the Van Damme one, because it had Van Damme in. And I'm like, right, yeah.
Oh God, I saw that one in the movies on opening day.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I thought it was one of them where they tried to stick quite close to the characters.
Hello, DBS. How you doing?
Hell Slasher Hell panel guest member.
How's it going, man?
Yeah.
It's going good.
Guns is a good guy right here.
My eyesight's kind of bad. His name is. I see a J.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was Jens, but he says it's Jens, so I'll call him Jens.
Jens. Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Death by Saber. DBS.
DBS.
All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back, fellas.
All right, we'll continue this live discussion. I had Sega Genesis many years ago, and a friend of mine, he lived down the street. He had Super Nintendo, and one weekend, he said, "Hey, let's swap. You get bored, and let's swap. You could try the Super Nintendo, and I could try the Genesis." Okay, that's all right. So while he had my Genesis, his father was angry with him. He was drunk, and he smashed it to pieces. My Genesis, Sega. So I ended up keeping his Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
There was no discussion about it. It's like done
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, your father's a dick.
Hmm. Yeah, but it's one of the things when you lend someone some, if they're not going to bring it back in, it's good condition that you lend it in, then like they've either got to pay for it or
Yeah.
re fund it with like his SNES, replace it, should I say, with a SNES or not? Yeah, yeah.
And
I tell you though, the Genesis, like I remember my mate, because I got a Genesis and that, because Altered Beast was came out on it and that.
Oh, DBS dropped already? Jesus Christ, I just came back and DBS dropped.
Yeah,
I just had to take
yeah.
a piss, DBS.
Well, yeah,
Oh, he's back. He's back already. My bad,
yeah, sorry.
DBS. My bad,
Sorry, I
DBS.
was
I just had to take a piss for a quick second.
yeah, no. I was telling your buddy here about my Genesis story, my Sega Genesis story. Did
Wait,
you hear
I
it?
missed it. No, I missed it.
All right,
Oh, please,
I'll tell you.
please, because I've loved Sega Genesis, so
Mhm.
please go into the story.
So I had Sega Genesis. I had a few games. I don't remember all the games I had, but I had a few games. My friend that lived down the street, he had the Super Nintendo, and one weekend he tells me, let's swap. I
I've
was like,
done
all
that
right, cool.
before. I literally did that before. Yes.
I was like, okay, cool. I got to play Mario World, you know, or Mario Land or whatever. I think with the what is it, Mario World with the
Yeah,
Yoshi.
Super Mario World. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the one that came
So
with it.
anyway, yeah. So
Dun, dun, dun.
anyways, my friend, his father was drunk and was pissed off at him, and he smashed my Sega Genesis to pieces.
Holy shit! Oh man. So
Uh,
I guess you own the Super Nintendo from that point
Yeah,
on.
yeah. He didn't contest. He didn't say anything. He said, "Hey, my dad smashed your Sega Genesis,"
yeah.
and then after that, it was like no problem.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
I actually liked the Nintendo, Super Nintendo better anyway. So it was good. It was okay.
I like them both. I
Yeah.
like them both. I didn't have a particular. I mean, I guess I could say I like the Genesis better because I owned it originally, but there was a lot of good Super Nintendo games too.
Yeah. Well, Sega, it was like Nintendo back in the day where it was making its own games. It had Sonic, you had Altered Beast, because I was saying, I,
Yeah, Altered Beast was the first,
yeah,
the one that came with the Sega Genesis. That
yeah,
was the
yeah,
first one, and then they changed it to Sonic.
yeah. Well, like, I bought one with Altered Beast and that. Uh, but, like, yeah,
Rise
so
from your
I
grave.
sold, I sold it and got a SNES. I swapped it but I bought the SNES anyway. But like I can't remember if I bought. So I
Well,
got the SNES for the Street
they used
Fighter.
for Street Fighter 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember Mortal Kombat didn't have blood or fatalities in the first Super Nintendo one. They had sweat.
yeah.
The
Oh yeah,
sweat.
child friendly, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. It was like don't have blood on any sort of Nintendo game until like I think
No,
like 64 or something.
Super Nintendo learned their lesson after that first Mortal Kombat, and then when
Yeah,
they came out with Street Mortal Kombat 2, they're like, we're putting
yeah,
blood and fatalities in it.
yeah. Because like, I should have known that because I fucking did have it.
Your
Oh,
DBS, do you remember TurboGrafx 16? Bonk's Adventure, Splatterhouse.
I know there was another system out there.
Oh, Neo Geo.
Oh, Neo Geo, yeah. Neo Geo was the one that was like for rich kids, though.
Yeah, like
and nobody I knew had that one or that one
no,
you're talking about either. It was just either
it was an
Super Nintendo or
arcade.
Sega Genesis.
Turbo Graphics was the first one to have the CD add-on. You know how Sega Genesis had the Sega CD?
I know one of them was made by Philips.
Oh, yeah. That was
Remember
later on,
that?
though. That was later
Oh,
on, though. The CDI
yeah.
or the 3DO, there was two. There was this. Oh shit! One was Philips, and one was I can't remember the other one.
The Grundig did like a grandstand, I think, but that was to compete against the Atari 2000 or Atari.
What was the X-Men animated series game?
Yeah.
Was that the arcade?
Hey, let me
Yeah,
address.
yeah.
Let
I
me
played.
address TWTT.
Uh,
Hey, Slasher.
Yeah.
TWTG. Yeah, no, I'm not at the Freddy Krueger house because I visited the real Freddy Krueger house in Hollywood, California. But yeah, no, it's too cold outside. Freddy's not there anyways.
How cold is it in California right now?
51, 51 degrees,
Let
which
me
is for
check.
us, it's like super freezing.
Yeah, because it's California. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
see. Right now I'm saying 38 degrees over here.
I agree with the Sentinel. I preferred Super Nintendo over Genesis.
I like them both.
yeah, I like them both, but the reason why I prefer the Super Nintendo is because the Street Fighter it had 6 buttons on.
Yeah, but then Sega Genesis, then Genesis later on decided to put out the 6-button controller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but back then the 64 was coming out.
What you know what I like best for the 64 was the wrestling games. Their wrestling games are fucking
Nintendo,
awesome.
Oh
Nintendo
well, like
64.
yeah, the best
Yeah, I
game
didn't have
was
that.
I didn't have
GoldenEye.
I didn't have the 64 either, but I would go to friends' houses. I'd play the fucking WCW NWO games. Those
Yeah,
Yeah.
games are fucking dope.
My
yeah.
little brother
The-
had Dreamcast. He had GameCube.
Oh, Dreamcast was
mm,
another one that I would play at friends' houses. Good system too.
Yeah.
yeah, you ever got one
But I did
GoldenEye?
have. Oh yeah, GoldenEye. That was fun. I
Yeah,
played that at
that.
somebody's.
Yeah,
I played
that
that.
was.
I played that once. I only got to play that once. GoldenEye.
It's got. Look, it's basically what sort of like games
Yeah.
you show them up is. Oh,
Like
I
Call of
remember
Duty.
that game. Yeah. It's practically Call of Duty, but with James Bond, and obviously the graphics are right shite compared to the right
Yeah,
blocking and that.
but when you play those old school games, there's still some. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one
Oh,
that feels like when you play those old school games, there's some sort of charm to
yeah.
the crappy
Oh, yeah.
graphics.
Well, the stop motion and that when you blow them up, the proper go dummified, and you know, like I don't know what systems they're using, but they're using some system that it looks real good when they're flying all over, like you know.
All right, well,
You,
don't play Superman 64. Don't play that game. All you do
I
is fly.
don't.
You're Superman, and all you do is fly through rings.
Yeah, I think is it where you can two player with oh Kazam. because it was like what
Hell's
a game
21. Hell's 21 Kenobi.
Oh, Stony Mon showed up. Looks good, man. How you doing?
I still have still working Atari 2600.
I have an
Yeah.
Atari 20. I have an Atari 2600 too, but I don't know if it works because I don't have a television. I don't have a television to see if it works. Because
well, I'll tell you something. If it don't work, they basically are really easy to fix. Probably, I don't think there's that much chips in that. I think it's more like circuit boards and all that shit.
it's more along the lines of what you had to set up on your television because it has these like crazy prongs on the back that you used to have. It was those old school televisions that you used to have.
I have it connected to my VCR, to my
you could actually hook it up to a VCR.
Yeah, to the VHS.
Oh shit!
Switch channel 3, and then you could RCA it to the TV.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, you need an old VCR, the VHS tape player.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't even think this thing still works, and I don't think the joysticks I have work anyway. Those joysticks were fragile as shit.
No, they were fucking. I hated the joysticks. They were stiff as fuck. I hated them. It was like
I'm lucky because mine's work fine. They're not stiff.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like you don't move and move to the left or right, and the fucking joystick just cracks, or like if you press the button, it doesn't just not decide to pop back up. No.
No, mine still work fine. I don't know how that's possible, but they still work. And I even have the paddles.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the paddles.
The paddles. Oh,
yeah,
the paddles.
The Pong, innit? You can't play the Pong on the joystick.
No.
There was a lot of games you couldn't play with the joystick. There was this game called Kaboom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaboom.
I remember the thing one I used to love. The like planes and tanks and
combat.
Combat. Yeah, that's what it's. It's been so long. I played that game. I forgot what it was called, but yeah, combat.
Yeah, when we got the system as kids, that's what came with it. That was like,
yeah. Because there's about like 15 sort of like different games where there was like tanks, boats, planes,
and it was all player though. It was all 2-player though. You couldn't play against the computer.
Yeah. It was one of them where if you did do a 1-player, you had to set up as a 2-player and then just bomb the shit out of like no one who was playing on the like 2-player pad.
I mean, I grew up on Atari, but what I didn't like about a lot of Atari games was either they were score based or they were just completely 2-player based. Like there was very few Atari games that actually had endings that you could actually beat.
Yeah, storylines. Yeah.
What games did you have? Do you remember your games on Atari?
For me,
yeah.
Okay, there was this G.I. Joe game where the whole thing is it's a giant. It's a wall, and there's a giant cobra. And mind you, it's G.I. Joe. It's labeled G.I. Joe. Mm-hmm. But it's just a giant cobra that's like spitting at soldiers running across. And you just have to prevent the soldiers from getting killed by the giant cobra.
Yeah.
I had Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, yeah.
That's where cool. You have to fly and destroy the fucking... Oh. What were the snow ones called? DBS. Tell me what the snow ones were called. The 4-legged snow ones. You're bigger into Star Wars than I am.
The AT-ATs?
Yep. You had to destroy them, but only when they're above their eyes were lit up, and that's the only way you could destroy them.
Oh wow.
Are you
Uh,
thinking that the like rope and it like spun round and you had to like release it?
well, no, it's like you had to. There was a whole level that you had to fly through, and you had numerous ones of them to destroy. But you could only really kill them if you hit them in the head too much.
I missed out on that game.
Oh, really? You never played that one? Oh, you should get it.
I have.
DBS. I think I might still have that actual cartridge if your system still works. I might actually have that cartridge laying around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, ship it to me. I'll play it. I'll take video and I'll ship it back to you. I'll take video of it.
Okay, there was some really fun games. There was this one called Mr. Do. It was an arcade game.
Yeah.
Where you're a little jester-looking motherfucker throwing a ball around, and you had to, knock out your enemies, and then go around collecting stuff, and then boom, the level's over. That sort of shit. That sound familiar?
Well, yeah, I know which game you mean. I didn't play it much, but I know which one you mean.
I played so many random ones. My cousin owned a video game store right before the game crash. So when the game crash happened, he was like, "Okay, we're just giving away a bunch of Atari 2600 games."
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how I found out about so many of these games.
I think it was ET that killed everything.
Oh, ET. Oh, holy shit. ET. Alright, you know what? Everyone wants to diss ET as a game. ET really wasn't so bad as a game compared to some of these other Atari games. There was a lot worse Atari games than ET.
Yeah. Well, Frogger was fun.
Yeah, Frogger was fun.
But thinking though, Frogger and Pac-Man, there was arcades. So I think most of them was arcades and that, but good versions are especially
the Pac-Man.
The
Pac-Man Atari game was terrible compared to the arcade. The Pac-Man Atari game. Actually, the Pac-Man Atari game plus the ET game is what killed Atari.
Don't know. They didn't do too bad because they did the Atari Jaguar, didn't they? I think that's what killed Atari.
Have either of you seen this documentary called the Atari Game Over? It was called Atari Game Over.
No.
It was about what happened?
I said I might have seen that one. Is it about the landfill where they found all the ET games? Okay, I saw that one. That was good. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
Documentary. Yeah.
But it wasn't just ET that was buried out there. They buried a lot of other shit out there.
They had way too many cartridges in circulation. Yeah.
Well,
what do we do with all this shit? Just put it in the landfill.
Well, when you make more cartridges than you have systems available, what the hell are you going to do with it?
I like how the Atari company, how the people were just they were free to do whatever and
yeah, how they would say, hey, come in and get as stoned as you want in the hallways. Come in shorts at whatever time you like.
Mm-hmm. And there was no sexual harassment or anything of that existed. And
all right, but
we want. Yep.
Well, the other thing was what was fucked up was that you could do that all you want, but you're not going to get credited for your games.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't credit a lot of these people for the games.
Yeah, that's when they're young and dumb,
Yeah,
and they got taken advantage of.
and they made that guy make what was it within like 3 or 4 months? They made that guy make the ET game within like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, he was under pressure,
Yeah,
and
high out of his mind in his 20s.
he met with Spielberg,
Yeah,
and then Spielberg had a
yep,
weird ass idea for
yeah.
ET.
He said, why don't you just make it like Pac-Man? He actually
Yeah,
said to him, why don't you just make it like Pac-Man?
I guess like ET could eat like little Reese's pieces on the floor. That's
E.T.
probably
really
what he
wasn't
thought.
that bad though. That was one of the few games of Atari that you could finish,
It
other than just
frustrated
having a high score.
it frustrated the hell out of me, ET,
And yeah, me too.
because you keep falling into the holes, into the pits.
And those
It,
assholes keep coming through, and
huh?
one guy takes you back
But
to
I
the
did pass
fucking
it.
lab.
I did finish it once, where you assemble the thing so you could call home.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
that once.
And you
Yeah,
have to sit on that spot where the ship comes pick you up. Yeah.
yeah,
I finished it a few times. I actually did finish it a few times.
yeah. I only finished it once. I had to pay attention to what I was doing instead of just walking around randomly, just going everywhere.
I knew that when you do that stupid neck thing, you know how like when you're in the middle of the board and you have to like press the button so your neck goes up and then you see
So
the
you can get
light
out of the pit.
in yeah,
Uh,
you see the light in one of the pits to see if the pieces are in there in the pits.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my cousins were the one who taught me that whole thing when I started playing that game.
Yeah, there was, if there was Google back then where people could look
Oh,
up
of
the cheats or
course.
the walkthrough, then they wouldn't have been so bad. But they just threw
No,
it out there
no.
and no clue.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm. The only thing you could do is ask your mates, innit? Like, have you got past this?
yeah,
Because they have the game.
just
Yeah,
word of mouth. They should have sold a walkthrough book, a little booklet, with it, or sell it separate or whatever.
yeah,
No, they did
yeah.
something even. They did something even fucking more diabolical. Uh, do you have any of the Dragon Quest games?
Yeah.
No.
And the Ace games, a Space Ace. Yeah,
Oh,
they
I think it was Dragon Quest.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, but like it was a cartoon, wasn't it? Where you had to like move him, sort of thing.
I know they had uh they had
Oh,
contests. They had contests that they never finished because they never made the fourth game. There was
uh,
supposed to be there was supposed to be a final payoff to all these games,
oh, I might not be the one I'm thinking of then.
and they never made the fourth game. They were like complete the first game. You win a fucking sword made by Atari.
Uh,
Complete.
yeah, yeah. No, no. I'm thinking of games that were arcades, not Atari.
No,
Yeah.
this was 2600 shit.
Right. Yeah, yeah. No, no. I'm thinking of the total other thing. Yeah. I think it was called Dragons, somewhat, but yeah.
No,
What?
Sword Quest. That's what it was. Sword Quest.
All right. Yeah.
Just had to jog my memory. Sword Quest.
I didn't have that game. Which Atari system did you have? Did you have the six switcher
No, I
or
had
the?
the 2600.
Yeah, because there was different versions of it. There was the six switcher Woody. There was the
I didn't
Vader.
have I didn't have the one with the
Wood.
I didn't have the one with the wood covered shit.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
had one of them. That's one I had.
Yeah, mine's is the wood cover. They had a Vader one where it's all black.
Yeah. Well,
That's the one I had.
my cousin called Michael. He had that because it was the even though the games were exactly the same, they called it the 2006. What one? They made it an upgrade, even though the only upgrade was it was smaller, bit like the
Well, it wasn't called.
PlayStation.
I don't think it was called the 2600 at first. It was called something else, wasn't it?
And then
Well,
the store Sears had their version of the 2600. It was the
I think
2600.
that was the
well,
first one. Wasn't that the
I,
first one? The Sears
yeah,
one.
I think so.
if that was the 2600, then I think the original one with the wood was like 2200 or something. I'm sure that they put some extra like numbers on it, but
I don't
I
think
could
it
be
had.
wrong.
I don't think it had numbers on it. I think it was called.
Yeah,
Hang on. I'll see right here.
Atari 1000, I think it might be, and then when they did the black one, they call it 2000, or it could be no, the Atari 2000. I think it was called the
I know they
original.
had Atari had a computer. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
Atari had a computer. Just from out
ST,
of nowhere.
the ST, because
The ST, yes.
I
The
had the
ST.
Amiga. I had the Commodore Amiga. And I wound one of the this dude. He wasn't one of my mates because I was winding him up about him having an ST because a game called Kickoff 2, which you played like football on the goal net. They didn't have no netting on the ST version, but on the Amiga version, it had netting. Like, and so it was only slightly better, but because it was just slightly better, I just wound him up because the STs were better for music because
Oh
they had a
yeah.
better
It says the
music
2600.
program.
Says the 2600 was just Atari Video Computer System. Yeah. Okay. VCS. Yeah, you were right.
Yeah, because the Amiga it got some nice arcade games on it and that because there was quite a few like arcade games on the Amiga. Did did you ever see the Amiga 500? Yeah, because
No. All I got to mess with when it came to computer games was going to friends' houses that had Commodore 64 back in the day.
yeah,
That's my extent.
yeah, the Commodore 64. My mate had one of them. I had the Amstrad 646 because I had the tape built in, and you got the monitor because my nana didn't want me to use her TV.
Some of those Commodore games didn't they have like audio tape games?
Yeah, yeah. The Outrun, it came with like a disc. I mean, a tape to load in the Outrun game, and then like a tape with the Outrun music. So when the game had been loaded in, you could play the music on a tape instead of like it having been programmed on the game itself because it was like it took too long for it to load in.
The
But I
Outrun,
think,
the Sega Outrun game.
yeah, yeah, because it came out on the Commodore 64 and the Amiga and that. You know, it was like a real shit version. But if you had that computer, because in them days it was like where people would still have them, you know, and so they just get on that version.
Well, I also remember that was all right because all right when I was a kid, there would be a lot of games in the arcades that if someone was playing them,
Yeah,
uh, there'd be certain there'd be groups, especially depending on good the person was at the
Oh
game,
yeah,
where there would be groups around them
yeah,
watching them play this game and just kick
yeah.
ass.
Yeah, especially like say if it was real good and there was on a level that no one had seen, or
Yep,
if people
yep,
had seen, you hadn't seen it all that
yep,
long.
yep.
Yeah,
Because everyone would be so interested in seeing this shit
mm,
unfold.
yeah, yeah. We had to think, when like there'd be like your mates or whatever, like doing like that Chad sort of like was here sort of thing, where they're sticking their nose around the casing and that, but they're getting a bit too close and they're blocking your screen a bit. So you have to be like,
Yeah,
move, yeah,
yeah.
give me some space, you're blocking the light or whatever.
Well, all right. Going back to the very first Street Fighter game, where it was just Ken and Ryu as player one, player two.
Mm.
I don't even think I was 10 years old, but I used to be an arcade rat, going through all the different stores in my neighborhood, or even walking to surrounding neighborhoods, just trying to find different arcade games, because they always switch out arcade games left and right, in and out of stores, all different arcade games. So I was always trying to find different arcade games. So
Yeah.
the store in my neighborhood would have the very first Street Fighter,
Yeah.
and there would be a combination of anyone between 8 years old and 18 years old
Yeah.
trying to beat this game. So
Yeah.
it was also the 80s, so
Yeah.
no one gave a fuck about smoking anywhere.
Yeah.
So
No.
the 18-year-olds would put their lit cigarette on
Mm.
the arcade
But,
cabinet.
yeah. Well, do you remember the arcade
While they're trying to,
cabinets
yeah, what? Yep.
that had like ashtrays on them?
No. Oh, maybe that would have
Yeah.
helped.
Oh yeah. Like I don't know if like it might have been someone who just put them on a machine. So, all right, I'll just cut out a little slot here and bang one in. Or the came one, but there was a few that had like ashtrays in. As I say, it could have been the owner themselves like personalised it, but like I know I've seen a few.
No, I haven't seen a fucking ashtray attached to an arcade game.
Yeah. Like
But
all it was like a circle cut out and then like an ashtray just placed in it, like like a cup holder, but obviously not as deep, and like have the little prong things for to rest the cigs on.
uh, can't say I've seen that for an arcade game. There is that
Yeah.
maniac Danny Bonaducci. I know you know him, right?
He's crazy.
DBS, DBS.
He likes to get into fights.
A little bit
Yeah.
too much. But this fucking guy attached an ashtray to the front of his treadmill.
Yeah.
Why are you going to be smoking and on a treadmill at the same time?
Yeah. Well, I sometimes do the weights with a cig and that.
It's counterproductive.
No, it's it's one of them where you've got to like do some exercise, aren't you, to get the effects of the smoking down? Because I walk quite a
But
bit.
attached to a treadmill?
Yeah, well, no.
Okay,
I
my
won't,
friend,
yeah.
my friend and I used to run a track in the park down the block from us, and we would actually be smoking a joint, passing it back and forth between us the whole time we were running a track. That's not productive.
Well, yeah, it's not productive for your time, As in, you probably ain't going to be breaking no records, but it's productive
No.
for your health. It's productive for your health. Just think, right? If you weren't running with a joint, what would you be doing? You'd be sat down with a joint. So,
all right. Well, I also used to smoke blunts all day and be able to play basketball for 6 hours. So
yeah.
but then
When you're
again, I'm
19.
not 17 or 18 years old
Yeah,
anymore. So
I was gonna say, yeah. When I was 19 and that, I could run for miles.
I played basketball on acid for 4 hours one night.
Fucking hell! Did you score many?
No, we played like 4 different games, and I must have. No, I don't even know if I scored, but I must have grabbed like 400 rebounds, and me and this
All
one,
right, yeah.
me and this one fat Irish dude just kept throwing each other on the floor and like foot sweeping each other and clotheslining each other. It was like,
yeah. This turned into Karate Kid. Then
yeah.
That sounds like basketball player from the Pistons.
People that were watching this were calling it butcher ball. It's funny.
Yeah, basketball. I've never been all that good at. Well, I'm all right, as in, like, I can throw a sort of like, but I can't dunk.
Well, everything out. All right.
I'm only like about 5'8" and all 5'9", and so unless I'm like off a trampoline or something.
Well, I was always a small dude, but I'm always good at the goon shit. When it came to basketball, defense, rebounding.
Yeah.
I was always good at that shit.
Yeah. Well, with me being short, I was pretty good at defense because, like, it's not like I played loads, but like once or twice, like some dudes who was like into the basketball because well, they was quite tall, but they were pretty shit. They weren't professional now, they were just thinking about, because like being short, I could tackle them a bit easier because I could get in there a bit quicker.
Oh, even in football, I used to have to try to tackle people that were fucking 3 times my size. When we would actually play tackle football, like, okay, I'm 5'10". You want me to try to tackle a 6'4" guy who's gonna run the ball on this play? Okay, I guess I'll do it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll try.
Yeah, I got my nose busted playing rugby, where a dude like ran and like supposed to get like my shoulder into his stomach and that, but yeah, my face went into his stomach and my nose didn't get broke out, but it got like bent a bit, through the impact. Knocked me out. Like I was like on the floor for about like 10 seconds or whatever.
Oh,
it felt like about 10 seconds. It could have been like 20 or whatever.
No. It happens. I don't know. It happens when you play sports like a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's like ice hockey. I've never played that. Cause
I remember, because like a bunch of idiots we were playing tackle in the park, and someone throws me a short pass. One of my friends comes up, running skull first into my fucking temple. After I caught the pass, I fumbled the ball. I'm fucking dazed on the floor. I'm dazed on the floor after I fumbled. And then I hear a bunch of scrambling going on while I'm trying to come to from getting skulled right in the side of the head. And then all of a sudden, the fumble that I caused, that the other dude, the fumble I dropped, comes bouncing around to me. So I jump back on the fumble and I recovered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say Melton Knowles, the Insane Witch King.
Wait, what did he say? What is he saying?
Testify is a really stupid head.
Why? What is
Like
he doing now?
Testify is on a wheelchair supposedly, so I
No,
think
but what
that's
is
what
he doing now? I mean, is he doing something now?
I don't think Testify is not here. I don't think
No,
he's in the back.
I mean elsewhere in the fucking in the out and about.
Oh, Snowdub had a live stream, so I'm sure Testify was there.
Oh, okay. He's not your friend anymore?
Who? There
Testy?
is my friend.
Testy ain't your friend anymore?
I don't think he ever was. But no, I always had him on when I'm live and he was backstage. I always had him on. Even sometimes he would say my stream sucks. I still had him on. He would say my stream sucks and then give me a super chat. So it was kind of weird.
What's up,
I never
Nancy?
censored. I never
Sorry,
censored.
sorry, Nancy's here. Sorry.
Oh, I never censored any of my guests on the live stream.
Oh, well, you have more fucking tolerance than I do, I guess.
Yeah, I remember when he came on and you told him, "What's up, fuckface?" I was laughing. That was good.
That was the night he got me Twitter
Yeah.
because I kept going at it. I kept going at it with him on Twitter, and then I learned my lesson. I'm not going to keep going at it with people on Twitter because that's what they want you to do.
Yeah. He likes to push buttons. But lately on my lives, he hasn't been on. I haven't seen him.
Oh no, he's just been giving you downvotes, right?
Mm, I don't know if he's doing that. He hasn't told me that he's doing that, but I plan on doing a live stream either
Oh,
Monday or
and look
Tuesday.
who's trying to come in here. Yeah, someone who's not going to get let in.
Um, was it who? What's the name?
Not testify.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aw.
Hello,
sorry.
Nancy, by the way.
Yeah, hello, Nancy.
Hey, good morning, y'all. How are you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, doing all right in that.
So you mentioned oh my God, this was you who said it the other day, right? You mentioned his name like 5 times, and he's like Candy. He pops
I
up,
said
right?
don't say. I said don't say his name 3 times because he'll show up like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's a fucking Candy Man. Yeah.
Well, I
And
am insulted because you never shows up on my streams. Wow. Am I not annoying enough? I'll have to work on that.
Oh, he keeps trying. Oh, this is adorable.
yeah,
Mhm.
sorry, Tessa. This is not my stream. I can't let you on. I don't have the power to do so.
I'm not
Oh, hey.
testify. I told you.
It's adorable.
I'm Milton.
Testify.
Oh, fucking Milton. Oh, excuse me. Flippity doo dah, Milton.
I know you don't like testify, so I'm making sure you knew I wanted him. God.
All right. Well, okay. The wheelchair thing. You need to do a different thing.
It's a completely different sign to what he uses. This is a handicap sign.
Yeah, and you
Good.
shouldn't disagree with handicapped people. So if they want to use that, let them use it.
I'm not handicapped, but testify is. He
It's a
doesn't have to.
No, he's not.
parody account.
He's not.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
just-
testify.
No. His gimmick is
Yeah.
that
It's a
he's
little
not
picture of
handicapped.
testify to tell you who I'm not.
His gimmick is that he's handicapped.
But this is funny though.
Yeah, I'm not testified. Why don't people believe me when I say that I'm not testified?
Can you say copy and paste, yo?
Yeah, scream it.
That's what testify
Copy
said.
Yes. No, scream copy paste, copy paste. That's
Or say or copy and paste, yo.
Yeah,
See, I'm not having a
stroke, innit?
seizure.
Yeah.
Testify would.
He's got a stream going on right now. Anyways, why would he come here? He's got
wait,
his
what's
own
it?
thing.
God, he's streaming right now.
I think
God, is
so. If I saw or that garbage dump thing or whatever garbage.
Let's come back to show. See,
Show.
I'm not testified.
But I wasn't here for all the drama stuff, so I don't know what's going on. So. All I know is that my
I mean, my gimmick is I come on as random different names, so I thought not testified would be a good one.
Okay, you made me laugh there. That was funny.
I just want people to know that I'm not the man in this picture.
That's not a man. There's a stick figure.
I'm not the stick figure man. I'm not testified. I'm not. I drive a car without having a seizure.
Okay, but that is absolutely some. All right, DBS, tell me something that's testify would absolutely do.
He the same thing this guy's doing. He keeps saying he's not testify and testify. He keeps repeating the same shit, the same annoying shit. So
I think he's in Testify's pocket. I think you're in his pocket. I think you're one of his secret minions.
Of course I am. We're all out to get you, so you should be very paranoid.
Secret minions that aren't very secret. He did get pissed off at you the other day. He really did get pissed off at you the other day.
Seriously, I actually like Testify. He's funny.
No, but you just like responded to him.
Well, what do you
That's
think?
all it seems to take.
Oh, well, then he really wouldn't like me. He wouldn't like me going around and not testify.
Yeah.
I didn't do it to wind him up.
I don't think it takes much to get him wound up. So
What? So me going around insulting him wherever he goes and then going around as not testify would probably wind him up.
alright, well, if you're going... What do you think, DBS? You think if he's going to go around saying to every single person that I'm not testify and he has the wheelchair thing?
I think it'll work. For some reason.
To get him wound up.
Well, it'll entertain him, that's for sure.
Okay.
He'll get more attention his way.
Yeah, okay.
Testify, he
That,
might like
yeah, okay. That's the type of shit I'm
But that's good,
okay.
though. That's a good...
it's good.
Yeah, keep it up like that. Just
What if I
jump
went
in
around
and try to
saying I'm
jump
not
in and
responsible?
try to jump in every stream testifies in.
The cost of crack in Albuquerque. Is that saying
I'm not-
testify's name 3 times? Is that saying testify's name 3 times?
And he'll pop up like Beetlejuice.
I'm not testifying. I'm not. I'm a real boy. Testify's only half a man. He's half the man I am.
Yeah, but
Literally,
Deep-
he's half a man.
yeah, but with deep fakes and that, you know, we can't be sure. We can't be sure until we get a proper DNA test. That's what I'm thinking.
I think this guy
I'm
just
not
likes his
testifying.
name. He just likes his name being said. That's what it is.
Testify, testify, testify.
Hell,
In
Wookiee
Dominus
supremacy.
Spiritus. Incantatus. Testifiers.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
I have stairs to wheel people down anyway. So.
Anyway, Slasher, I just came here to say that I'm not testifying.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
Do you pinky swear?
No, because testify would.
That could be true, maybe. I don't know.
By
This
the way,
will
what
be
is
very confusing to anybody that doesn't know who testify is.
he's gonna come fucking stalking around here soon anyway with one of his alt accounts. Since his name's being mentioned, DBS, when you say his name, when you are on a stream and you say his name,
he pops up, and sometimes
give him
pop
a
up
message telling him that not testify is on here.
to either give me a compliment or tell me my stream sucks. It's 50-50. It's 50-50 with testify.
so he's the
What I
no.
would do.
So he's the no publicity is bad publicity type, right?
Yeah, and then he drops a $2 super chat, and I'm like, all right.
See, he's a nice guy. Give him a chance. You just don't like him because he's in a wheelchair. Well, that's why I don't like him.
Yeah, I hate those lazy cunts myself.
I also don't like Testify because he's a homosexual, but don't tell him that I said that.
Yeah.
What other things wind up people like that? Anyway, I have to go now.
I thought he had a wife that goes and gets him beer while he's sitting at home in his wheelchair. That's what I thought.
I have to go now and make fun of somebody on the Trash Compactor show. If it's not going anymore, I'll be back.
All right.
Doesn't he have a wife that he says goes to get him beer while he's sitting at home in his wheelchair? That's what I thought.
I've heard her in the background talking. She's very supportive and loving.
Aw.
Yeah.
So Nancy, how you doing? If you're still there, Nancy. Can you still hear us, Nancy?
Yeah, I think the mics are playing up.
She's in the chat.
Yeah. Me?
Well, Nancy's in a competition between me, her, and Darth Hasser to see who has the worst internet while we're trying to host stream.
Oh, I win hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took it.
10% out of the kid. So I win on lowest salary.
I think me, Nancy, and Darth Hasser can compete for that worst live streams hosted due to sound.
Yeah, Wookiee. I don't know if you should be admitting that on the internet.
What else it said?
Oh
Criminal
god!
activity.
Oh god! These upside down fucking messages.
What?
Jesus Christ!
I keep all my neighbours' pets
I killed
Look,
in.
I've killed in. What's that?
All right, maybe I'll take this off thing so you don't have to keep reading it. you, you don't have to finish reading that. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, his next Wookie's next comment is a lot clearer.
Is it okay to premise that's on salty? Yeah. I think it's salty sometimes, isn't it?
Nancy is above water. It just sounds like her phone is below water sometimes.
The Wi-Fi signal can't travel through water.
Nancy?
Yeah, she's doing a 400-meter dive to the bottom. And
By the way, is no one else streaming right now? Is anybody else streaming right now?
I don't think anyone else is streaming. This late?
I don't know because what the fuck time is it? It's 3? I mean, what time is it for you, DBS? You're like
12:11. Los Angeles.
and Nancy's around my timeline and Jens is in the future.
You're in the East Coast.
Who, me?
Yeah. You're in New York, right?
Yeah, and Jens is in England.
yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, 8 minutes past 8 in the morning.
Yeah, he's in the future.
Yeah.
He's in.
We're in the past. He's in the future.
I heard an English insult. Maybe you could explain it to me. This English guy, he said, "You're all fur coat and no trousers." What the hell does he mean?
Well, that's an expression that means you're a fancy sort of person that like but and got no backbone. It's like the phrase where you like all mouth but no action.
Wait,
That's all.
was this a Euro trip?
That was from Beer Fest. You remember the movie Beer Fest?
Yeah, it was Beer Fest, not Euro. I was thinking which one it was.
Yeah.
It was either Euro trip or Beer Fest.
I put that when I live stream. It's in one of my clips.
We're off work up, no trap.
Yeah, yeah, fur coat, no trousers. You are. I'm gonna put the other guy said something about putting something in your knickers. You plunker.
Well, knickers is women's underwears, so he's probably slagging him off, saying he's wearing women's underwear.
That is insulting. If you're not a woman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a few good insulting ones. The best one is usually, fucking come on then, daft cunt. That's usually the best one, because like you just face. But then the thing with that though is once you've said that though, you are expecting either a fight or them to fuck off. Yeah.
What's
the LA slang when you're gonna get into a fight, DBS?
You say, who are you trying to get crazy with?
Don't you know I'm local?
That is proper LA pre-fight words.
Yeah.
All right, but what if you're a white guy? You can't say that if you're a white guy. You'll be culturally appropriating. You can't do that.
I think if you're a white guy, you would say, do your worst.
Hey, dude.
Bring it on, motherfucker.
Hey, brah. You surfed on my wave, brah.
Or you say, "Come at me, bro."
Yeah.
I think I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
There's like surfer fight gangs,
Oh yeah, yeah. Surfers, they
like
get pissed
like
off.
like surfer gangs get into fights with each other and shit.
The surfers, yeah, they're surfer gangs. Um, they don't like you, taking up their beach, their waves. You know,
Just like Point Break.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in Venice Beach, it's they're rowdy out there. The other beaches are more kind. They're more like, okay, I'll give you the right of way. But Venice Beach, no, they'll punch, they'll fight you, they'll break your surfboard in half.
This
Yeah.
sounding like Point Break.
Yeah,
Well, it's the turf, isn't it? They're like gangs on floating bits of wood.
yeah,
But the whole thing in Point Break, they were trying to say to Keanu Reeves that he's like, you gotta go learn the lingo. Fucking
yeah. They wanted him
Gary
so
Busey
bad
was
to
saying
hang out
that.
with.
Yeah, they did. Also, okay, Johnny Utah. All right. So he's a well-known quarterback from Ohio State that they spot when he goes into the beach tackle football game with them. And how is he going to be uh, any sort of FBI agent after that?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not going to get a well-known person to be
So,
an
how y'all
FBI
doing?
agent. We're chilling. We were just talking about
Point Break.
and surfing gangs. I think Nancy knows about surfing gangs.
Oh, kinda.
So would the surfing gangs get into beef with each other and kick the shit out of each other over surfing territory?
Yeah, mostly surfing. They don't fight over women. They're okay with that. Like, oh, you had her last night. Yeah, I'll
Waves.
have her today. No problem.
Oh, because they're like groupies.
Yeah, they swing. They'll have threesomes or whatever. They don't care about that, but they
Yeah,
just
because
care
they're
about
like groupies. Yeah.
But
the
don't fuck with
territory,
their
the wave.
waves. Get off their waves,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Get
Yeah,
out
Yeah.
of my fucking
take that
wave. Yeah.
personal.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that was
Really
so that
yeah.
Point Break. So that Point Break shit was real. Okay.
But you wouldn't
Be-
find them like brawling on the beach and shit. No, they would just fucking go at it in the water, pretty much from what I witnessed. I mean, it wasn't like. But if they were out in the club and shit, then I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, we don't deal with surfers out here in New York, so I didn't know how California would be.
It was more like everybody had their area, kind of.
Yeah,
Like Santa Monica wouldn't go up into Malibu or up into Ventura because they had their Venice Beach, Santa Monica shit. But and then within that, I don't know, how would you explain it? I
yeah,
don't
well,
know.
yeah. No, like you had it right.
Yeah,
You wouldn't venture into other
it'd be like
beaches.
the skaters. It'd be like the skaters. You found the fucking kick-ass pool, right?
Don't
And
go to
then
Hermosa Beach.
right,
You know.
if you're
Yeah.
from Redondo or something, right? And then definitely if you were a valley person, don't even go to the beach.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed at the beach, period.
You get you get your
Really?
ass
What
kicked.
would
Yeah.
you get like
Out.
jumped immediately or something like that?
People
No,
from the valley stick out.
yeah, big time. Well, just stuck out because I'm so friggin' white, so it wouldn't even matter. I mean, I couldn't even get tan, so
Yeah, but I'm
Even
white, and I'm white, and I used to go to the ghettoest of ghettos in my area just to try to buy weed. No one would fuck with me. In fact, more people fucked with me in my own neighborhood than when I would go to the outside areas.
Oh, they
yeah,
welcomed your money.
I guess they
yeah.
did, but
Well,
it's
no,
not
you
like
know,
anyone. It's also not like anyone tried to rob me or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the drug dealers, because the drug dealers, yes,
Right.
they not just wanted my money, but they wanted me to come back for business. Yeah, I guess you're right, DBS.
Right.
Yeah, if you were here in LA and you're white, I wouldn't recommend you driving to Watts or
No,
Compton.
no. Except for we did get lost in Watts, like right after the LA riots. My mom was driving home from the airport, and we stuck out like sore thumbs. And we actually, some very nice people, made it a point to escort us out as soon as possible. You know?
Yeah, if you're lucky
Yeah,
to run into some nice people, yeah, they were out there.
yeah, yeah. And like I never had a problem. I never had a problem with the cholas because that was what they were called, or any kind of um gang affiliation.
Yeah,
Really, I never. Yeah,
Cholos like the white women because like white women were kryptonite. They Cholos kryptonite.
but I mean, I don't know. I just never. You know what I mean? Like I just seem
Hmm?
to get along with everybody.
My
You
older,
know?
I always seem to get along with the Jamaican drug dealers more than anything. The Jamaican
Really?
drug dealers were always the coolest.
the Rasta man.
I'd be
Ah,
scared.
Yeah,
I would be
exactly.
afraid of Jamaican. I would be afraid
Oh
of
no,
Jamaican.
no, no way,
They
man.
no,
No, no,
no.
you
they cut
got
people's
you
heads
got
off.
no, you got to meet a Jamaican. He's that cool once you get on his side. Well, you got all right. Said that. You got to get on his side. You got to get on that Jamaican's right side. He won't cut your head off with a machete.
Yeah, it
Right.
depends
Cut
what
heads
sort of like
off.
Jamaican though. No, it's different.
I never met a Jamaican that wasn't cool. Never. I met a lot of
Mm,
Jamaicans around here.
Oh yeah, maybe like in the Western world. But
Jamaican
in
cab
Jamaica,
drivers.
right.
well,
Um, I could tell you a story about my older brother. That when the riots went down,
Uh-huh.
he went down to the rioting where the worst rioting was at with his friends in the car. They filled up the trunk of the car with beer. They went to go loot some stores, and they came back to the neighborhood with a trunk full of beer.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was like that for a few days, and then the National Guard came.
You mean the Rodney King riots?
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rodney King,
That was,
92.
yep. That was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Fudge.
I mean, who knows? Because there's so many riots going on every day.
that was
Well,
crazy.
uh,
I
it's just
drove.
different.
yeah, it
Like,
was.
so were you, where were you brought up then? Obviously, um, in LA,
I
right?
Yeah,
Or,
um, city called Cudahy. Um, it's it's southeast of LA, of downtown, like about
by
um.
Legion Park? Or,
You heard? Okay, you know Southgate, another city,
yes,
Southgate.
I know Southgate, yes.
Yeah, I was Cudahy was north of Southgate.
Oh, okay.
It's like 20 to 30 minutes away from downtown.
Gotcha. I'm not even gonna admit where grew up because it was a fucked up little city. It was a little, I hated it. It was a snobby little fucking stuck
What?
up little city.
You could tell me the name.
Glendale.
Oh, Glendale. Yeah, the Armenians.
Yeah.
I thought
No,
you were going to say
no. I'm
Nutbush.
talking way. No, I left in
Oh, what?
'80 before the
Oh, okay.
Armenians took over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Armenians. The Armenians took over.
Every
Eagle Rock.
7-Eleven. I'm telling you, no. I'm
Well,
telling them, man. I ain't fucking
Glendale.
lying, dude.
Glendale is near Eagle Rock,
Yeah,
right?
Eagle Rock, Pasadena, Burbank, Glendale, Hollywood, right in that little snotty little
Yeah.
town.
Goddamn
Ugh,
Armenians. I'm sorry to diss my Armenian audience. I'm sorry.
right?
The
And
the
Indian,
mall in Glendale, Big Mall.
they freaking ruined the house that I grew up in. Yeah, when I went back like years later. Oh, and another time when it was me and my ex-husband and my baby, we got lost again. Okay, in we were in Compton, right?
Mm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I turn a corner, and I'm right in the middle of a Black Panther march in a white convertible. Okay,
Convenience.
and I'm like, oh, we shouldn't be here,
We shouldn't be
and
here.
my but I'm like, oh fudge. But they were really cool. They because I'm I don't know, maybe I mean like I never had a like you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, And they're like, that's okay, just turn left here, honey, you'll be all right. I'm just like, oh, shit. I guess maybe because
Mm.
I was always respectful to everybody, so it was like not a big deal.
It,
And
it's like
plus,
it's like dogs. If you don't show fear, they won't attack. But if you show fear, they'll attack.
fine, it was more respect. I felt, like, oh shit, fuck, I fucked up,
Hmm.
dude, I'm
I think
sorry,
it's,
it's like, yeah,
I think having a smile and all when you talk to people, if you got that smile to say, hey, I'm fairly all right, sort of thing, and if you're all right with me, like,
Yeah, I
Exactly.
think it's
right,
presentation, how you come off, how
mm,
you. Yeah.
yeah.
You know
Exactly.
you you know you've
Well,
heard
if
of
you,
San Gabriel Valley,
yes, mm-hmm,
city of San Gabriel,
oof,
Alhambra.
yes, and Inglewood, Alhambra, yes, Anaheim, Inglewood, Elysian Park. Now, Elysian Park, oof, yeah, I never
That's bad.
ever set foot in Elysian Park. No
No,
way,
they find dead bodies there.
ever.
mm,
No.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, because the Elysian Park witch. Like I scared of that witch.
Well, they plant dead bodies everywhere.
That folklore.
no, but there is like spots where it's known for like just getting rid of bodies or
Yeah,
like,
there's this place called
Yeah.
Ozone Park. There's this place called Ozone Park in Queens here in New York that was like a
mm,
notorious mafia burial ground where they dug up
Hmm.
so
Well,
many dead
Queens is rough,
mafia
man.
members.
Bronx and Queens,
mm,
that's rough down there. I mean, fudge. You
You
know,
ever
that's
you
rough.
ever drove through you ever drove through the projects in Watts, Nickerson Gardens?
Mm.
No.
I got lost and drove through there once, and that was fun. L- I got a lot of stares, hard stares from people, but luckily
But
nobody
you're
did
Hispanic
anything.
though. You should have been able to pull it off.
Well, it was a all
Yeah, but
black
if you,
community.
yeah, that's
All black
no
community.
bueno.
Sometimes they don't care. No, they don't care if you're
Yeah,
even if you're black and you're a stranger, they don't know you. Yeah, I mean, it's not
Oh
safe for
yeah.
anyone.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's a good point.
They're looking at me like, what the hell? They knew I was
yeah,
but
lost.
right.
yeah.
But
But
I was willing to
in like
try. I was willing to run over
Vegas,
people if I had to.
Well, in that
right?
Mm,
situation, you have to be willing to run over people.
Yeah. I
mm.
convinced myself if I have to run over people, then so be it.
Gotta get out of there
Well, and
somehow.
CCDV
It's either
actually
them or
grew up
you.
in little blonde-haired, blue-eyed surfer boy growing up living in Compton. Yeah, he's got some stories. He used to get his ass
Well,
kicked
Oh
every
yeah,
day.
there,
my
there, there, there are like in the Matrix. There are anomalies that like a white kid will grow up in an all black or all Hispanic neighborhood, and no, they're respected. They're treated like one of theirs. You know,
Well,
they
he
yeah.
says that he used to get that shit beat out of him daily. So,
Oh, he wasn't the lucky
yeah,
one. He wasn't the Alamany. He wasn't Neo.
no, 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 not at all. No, but when I worked in Vegas for a criminal defense paralegal, and I was not a very legal person. I was doing some bad stuff, and it was really funny because I could get away with both sides of the gangs because my freaking law firm represented them. So I kind of had it in there. But again, it was all about respect, like I'm not going to go through there like, all, hey, I'm trying to talk their talk and all gangsterish and stuff like that. I just went and picked up my package and left. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you just have to. I don't know, but that was a long, long time ago in a different world. It was a different world back then.
Mm. Yeah, I haven't driven through those parts. It's been a while. Those real bad areas.
Yeah, but they still had like the respect and the code. You know what I'm saying? Like the honor among thieves and stuff. It was just different than it is today. Like I watch these young punks and shit, and I'm just like, oh
I will
God.
say that about 2 months ago, wifey and I we took a detour and we drove down the street called Figueroa, and there's this part. There's a part
No,
where there's a lot
seriously.
of hookers.
Wow.
There's a lot of hookers on Figueroa, and there's
I'm
people that have YouTube
Figueroa.
channels. If you type Figueroa, the track, they call it the track,
Yeah.
where an area where all the hookers are at. And my wife's like, "What the
Yeah.
hell is this?" These girls walking around on night in thong, just in a thong,
Mhm.
You want
They're,
business and that? Looking for
they're,
business,
yeah.
love.
Well, down in Hollywood too, like Hollywood Boulevard was what were the chicks, and Sunset Boulevard were the dudes.
The
Yeah.
Santa Monica Boulevard was the chicks with sticks.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that term in like forever, man.
You see
Oh God,
chicks and
shit.
you're stopped at a red light and they're trying to get your attention, but their voice is deep and hey
Yeah.
honey, like oh
Hey,
no, oh,
baby.
roll up the window, lock the doors.
Oh my God. Going in the gay bars and
Have you
stuff.
seen
Oh.
Anger Management? With Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
Just
they're laying
clear.
in bed
I'm not
together.
testify.
yeah. But there's that bit where Woody Harrelson, plays like a transvestite prostitute, and he's in the back, and with Adam Sandler, and he's all like, I feel like dancing and all this shit. And he's like sticking his foot in his face or whatever. He's like, no, get out.
I remember back in the early 90s in the Santa Monica, I would hear about a gay club, a dance club, and like every night was a different theme night. And one of those nights was like Cholo night, where these
Mhm.
guys dressed up like hardcore cholos, gangsters. They're bald, but they're dancing together, making out. Like, oh man, this is disturbing.
Yeah.
You know what is disturbing? That people
Were
think that
you
I'm testifying.
She's not gonna give it up, Milton. Don't give it up.
But I didn't
I'm not
hear
testifying.
not testify. I didn't hear what you said.
Can't you hear me testifying that I'm not testifying?
I could hear you not testify.
You're the
So
only
get on
one
with
getting
it, man.
She's the only
Say what
one
you got
having.
to say.
Leave the guy
I'm not
alone.
testifying.
So what has this person done to piss everyone off so much? I'm just wondering.
He's just a heel. He's got no real meaning or purpose. He's just a heel.
He offended Mora Kitty. Testify.
Get on him.
I don't know, but I'm just wondering, like, all across the internet, what's he done?
I know, like, why did he go after why did he go after Darth? Of all people, Darth doesn't do anything to anybody. Is that
By the
just
way,
because
I saw that
Testify.
he's He's
He's
streaming
streaming
right
right
now.
now. No, I just asked him. I said, "What do you do streaming at 3?"
Oh, testify right now.
No,
No,
Darth.
Darth Haster.
Yeah, he
Oh.
never streamed.
Oh, damn. He mostly
I'm
streams
not
with you.
testifying.
What was that?
I am not testifying.
Can you actually? Do you have testimony that you're not
Oh
testifying?
no, he's actually not streaming anymore. Okay.
That's
Okay.
yeah. That's good.
Guess what?
And you're
guess
not
what?
in a wheelchair.
No, I'm not in a wheelchair. And guess what? I'm not
Neither is he.
testifying.
Then copy and paste, yo.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you know what? If you were him, you would scream copy and paste about 800 times.
But I
No,
like
that's
this.
another
He's not
guy that's
testifying.
pretending to be him.
That's his signature.
The only problem
There's
is you're not
another
on
guy
Twitter.
pretending to be him. Oh, and by the way, Slasher, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. I'm not testifying.
Just replacement him.
Just-
Okay.
All this talent is going to waste. He's not on Twitter. He could reach a lot more people if he was on Twitter. Get on Twitter, you twit.
Oh, can you imagine
I'm,
if he
I'm not
became
going on Twitter, despite how much the Cotton Connection wants me there.
a
I'm not going on
DBS?
Twitter.
DBS. Can you imagine if he was
No, his
recruited
account. No,
into the
his
Minion
account-
crew? Can you
his account
imagine
would
if
be
he?
suspended.
But I'm saying,
week.
can you imagine if he was recruited into the Minion crew though?
Yeah, he would go far, but he's such a knucklehead that his account would be suspended in a week. Like he needs to control his.
I'm not
you know,
allowed to go on Twitter, okay? Fine, be that way.
How many times were you kicked off Twitter already?
I had a year-long ban 2 years ago, and since then I've had a grudge.
you got a parlor
That's
account.
all you had to explain in the beginning.
Make another
I
account
was innocent, and they're
That's
not willing
true.
to admit
Make
that
another
they
account.
were
and
false to my
keep
behavior.
clear of hate speech, so you won't get
Yes.
suspended.
Yes. That's all you have to do.
Oh, how come I'm
my
not
police-
suspended yet? Darn, I'm
Just get a
stuck.
parlor account.
I'm stuck. Oh, we.
They don't like my beliefs that all human beings should be executed, but they should.
Well, you've got to prove how serious you are first, haven't you?
I mean, if you're gonna say that, then you have to put yourself on the list.
But he's not
Exactly.
human.
Right.
But he's not
Make
human.
sure
No,
it's done
he's not
properly.
human.
If all humans should be executed, then every human that votes for that, they should be the first.
I'm not human.
Actually,
I'm not
every
human.
human that actually votes for that should be first in line to be executed.
No,
Yeah.
because they should be last in line to make sure it's done.
Not
No,
really.
because-
I'm saying first in line should first
Yeah.
to vote should be first in line.
Yeah.
If you don't believe people should be killed and you're at the back of the line, how are we to trust you that you'd execute yourself at the end of it?
Because
I'm saying
you're
the
showing
first to cast the vote should be first.
yeah, you're showing us how easy it is. Until we see how easy it is, we're not going to try it.
And they should be executed
Exactly.
with
They're
a
not
real
gonna try.
lightsaber.
How it-
I'm saying, all right, if 500 people cast the vote, if 500 people cast the vote for humans to be executed, and say there's some contest. Hey, we're just going to execute 500 humans.
With a real
No.
light.
Yeah, number one should be first on the chopping block.
That's
Yeah.
what
So it
somebody
always
that
don't-
doesn't die.
It's like a contest. I'm saying it
Yes.
should be like a contest.
It's like lead the way.
We execute the ones that take 11 items to the checkout stand. That's only for 10 items.
Or the people
They go
who
first.
the people who stop at the stoplight in the crosswalk.
They should be
The
first
people that are
executed.
hoarding all the toilet paper.
Exactly.
Hey, what am I to eat when all the food runs out?
Neighbour's ass. Like Alex Jones.
Yeah,
I'll eat your ass.
you're just gonna have to become a cannibal, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Cannibal. I had over 50 videos promoting cannibalism with a talking goat skull, and nobody watches them.
Cannibalism. I think I could try some boob soup.
I mean, if it comes to it, yeah, I'm gonna be a cannibal, but we're not at that point yet. Not yet. Yet.
Yeah.
Not yet is the sign of
Not
somebody
yet.
who doesn't want to do cannibalism.
No, I will. No,
Cannibalism
if it comes down to it. If it comes down to it.
Yeah. Well, we'd be like China and that before, and we'd go through all the dogs and cats.
And some
Okay.
stuff vagina with the shells with ricotta. Stuff
In the Second World War,
vagina.
cats was quite regularly in Britain, but it was sold as rabbit. Probably in America.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think the thing about Chinese food has been around here? They say that the chicken isn't really chicken and that it's cats.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. You don't see many stray cats around Chinese takeaways and that, do you? Considering there's a lot of food getting chucked out.
I think that orange sauce covers it. That's why you don't taste the cat. Whatever sauce they put on it, which is freaking delicious.
Well,
why don't they? All right, just call it cat. Just put it on the menu. Just put it on the menu as cat. Don't call it chicken. If you're gonna cut up cat
You know how
and cook
Chinese
cat.
food is really greasy? Roast cat is also very, very greasy.
And that's
I know
why
that
you drink
because I've
tea.
eaten cats.
Nah, well,
Cat meat isn't as bad as people make up. You know how cats smell? That's how they taste.
Yeah, but when it's replaced as chicken, you can tell it's not chicken.
Yeah, you can tell it's not chicken, but do you?
It's definitely not chicken.
I feel like chicken tonight.
I say mystery meat. They should just call it mystery meat.
Yeah. USDA approved mystery meat.
Yeah.
Mystery
I
meat
wouldn't even say. I wouldn't even say USDA approved. That's going too far.
Somebody approves of this somewhere. Mystery
Yeah,
meat.
the guy who strangled the cat in front of the store approved it.
What do you
I'm
mean
gonna bounce off the
drowning them is
stream.
a lot slower.
I'm gonna the stream momentarily. I'll be back. I gotta go.
I'm ending this anyway. I went over 2 hours, so gonna drop.
Do you not like not testify?
DBS.
Yes.
Not testify. Nancy. Thanks for coming through. Go to people in the chat. Wookie, Sentinel.
I plan on streaming Monday or Tuesday.
Disconnected Ted, LDG, Powerhead, TWTG.
I think I have you on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, but I'll send you the link. You could send it to your folks here if they could join me when I do my live. Either Monday or Tuesday. I plan on doing and not testify could join.
Well, not testify is not on Twitter.
Cool.
Well, he's a stalker. He knows when I'm on.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good
Thanks for
night.
coming through.